Hey guys, it is currently the first day of Preptober, which if you're completely new here or this is your first time stumbling upon Preptober or my channel or NaNoWriMo or anything like that, Preptober is October, but it's the prep month for NaNoWriMo, which is National Novel Writing Month, and it occurs in November. Preptober is when you pretty much spend the first or the entire month of October preparing to write 50,000 words in November for NaNoWriMo. I'm not a prep person. I'm not a planner. I'm a pantser. I let my characters tell their stories. I just type it. So I don't do a lot of outlining, timelining, things like that, but I still do prep work in regards to what I'm working on. Sometimes that's designing covers, sometimes it's writing book descriptions. I write down character stuff in notebooks. I prepare notebooks for the books that I'm writing to take notes in, to write down important facts, to write down the things that the characters know, to write down the things that the bad guy knows, stuff like that. In this month specifically, like I've been doing the past several Camp Nanos and NaNoWriMos, I have books that need to be finished before I can write the books for November. So I personally don't work on one book at a time. Currently working on 10. I'll be working on 11 by the end of today. Again, I just finished the 11th book yesterday, starting a new 11th book today. But for NaNoWriMo, I usually start 4 new books. That is the plan this time around as well. So first things first, not counting all the books that I'll also be working on in November, I still work on them. I still count the word count towards the NaNoWriMo goal, but they're different. It's different to working on a book that you've been writing and working on a brand new book. I do both during November. So first things first, I'm going to scroll through what I have here and tell you what my goals are and which books I'll be updating you on. So the dealer is Bo Austin Taylor, book 10, and I would love to finish that this month and start book 11 for November, on November 1st. Initiate the Boys is Young Bo, book 4. I would love to finish that this month and start book 5 in November. And I would also love to finish, I believe it's pronounced Ekbal, The Beating of Ekbal Ladrin. I haven't looked up those names yet, but that's how I'm going to pronounce it at this very moment, which is Carver Baxter book 3, and I would love to finish that this month and begin book 3 in November. In addition to that, I have other books that I'm working to finish. I have other things that I'm working to edit. I also do editing during November. I don't know which books I'll be editing during this November yet, but as soon as I know, I will let you know. I would also like to finish Beatings from a Butcher, which is a detective novella, I think. I can't remember if it's supposed to be a novella or a novel. But either way, whichever one it is, I would love to finish that and start the next book. It's not really a series, but the characters are all from the same police department. So it's more of a, like, I currently don't know the name of the town that it takes place in. I need to find that. But, like the Bo Austin Taylor series takes place primarily in Clinstone, so they work at CPD, or Clinstone Police Department. So if their books weren't called the Bo Austin Taylor series, and if each book featured different detectives from the department, it would be called like a CPD or a Clinstone Police Department novel, novella, novelette, things like that. That's what these are, and I would love to finish this one, which is the second book that I'm writing in this police department, and start the third book that I'm writing in this police department. But we'll see how things go. And I don't know if I said it or not, but I know in addition to the 3 that I definitely want to finish and start the next one, I'm also going to be writing a romance in November that, as far as I know, doesn't feature any of the characters that have been seen in my other books. As far as I know. We'll see. But either way, I will keep you guys updated on Beatings from a Butcher, The Dealer, Initiate the Boys, and Carver Baxter book 3. And if you want to be updated on any of my other books, you can find that in my Work in Progress series that I'll also be uploading throughout the month. But those are the books that you'll be updated on. And again, as soon as I figure out what book I'll be editing in November, you will also know that. But for now, I have some stuff to do, I have some videos to edit, and I will see you guys the next time I have an update related to NaNoWriMo. Alrighty, it is 9:28 a.m. and I figured I would give you a quick update on the nano things I have done here before I wash my face and go to sleep. But I've worked, in relation to nano stuff, I've only worked on 3 books so far. The first of which would be The Dealer, and I wrote 535 words there. Initiate the Boys, I wrote 552 words, and The Beating of Ekbal, I didn't work on that one for very long, but that one was 102 words, so progress is being made in 3 of the 4 books that I want to finish in preparation for Nano, so hooray. I will say, I went and got on the Nano website to create my project, which I haven't done yet, but I got on there to do it, and all of the stats for my last 2 Camp Nanos are completely removed. The titles are still there, the covers are still there, but the stats for them are completely gone. They are done. 0. Zilch. They don't exist. So, according to the Nano site, I wrote 0 words those months. I keep track of my word count elsewhere, so it's not like technically a huge deal, but it is a huge bummer to log on there and see the last 2 projects that I've worked on be at 0 words. Even though I know that's not at all what they were both over 100,000. But it's a bug, I would assume, in the site because they updated it again. And I'm hoping that it's something that they fixed because there's no manual way to input your words again. So the only other option I have is to delete it and remove the fact that I've done those 2 Camp Nanos. And if they stay at 0, it's not like I did them anyway, so we'll see. I was going to leave a bug report, but when I did that, the bug report itself is a bug, so I can't. But yeah, that kind of threw off my game once I started to get into working on The Beating of Ekbal, so I'm hoping that by the time I wake up I'm able to accomplish more on it, but we'll see. To finish it this month, I would need to write 613 words every single day, so that is the goal for the day. But we'll see what happens once I wake up. I'm setting my alarm for 2:30, but we'll see. It's raining outside. It's thundering outside. I don't sleep well during storms. I don't work well during storms. So it will probably be a while before I fall asleep, and then I'll probably be exhausted when my alarm goes off. So we'll see how sleep goes. We'll see how waking up goes, and we'll go from there. But either way, when I do wake up, The Beating of Ekbal will be the first thing that I work on, and we'll go from there. But I'm going to go ahead and wash my face and go lay down at the very least and hopefully fall asleep. And then I will see you guys at some point with an update. I don't know if it will be before midnight or shortly thereafter, but either way, I will do my best to keep you guys updated today on any nano progress I make. Whether it be with the books that I'm trying to finish this month in preparation for Nano, or if it's the one romance book that I'm writing and don't need to finish anything else in advance. So, whichever one of those things it relates to, I'll give you guys an update when I have one. Alrighty, so one last update before I close out the video and move on to day 2. I apologize for my dog. If you heard that, she yawned. The only other Nano-related thing that I worked on after I saw you last time, as far as I know, is I made a little bit more progress in the Carver Baxter book, which I don't think I updated you on. I think I only updated you on it before I went to bed. But at 7:24 I put in my last PM yesterday. I put in my last update for that, and altogether for the day I wrote 752 words, which is what is up here at the top. There you go. But it's my entries. It took a while. Progress was slow yesterday. I was sore all day. I was cold all day. If you're new here, I have a lot of joint issues. That's what the gloves are for. They're compression gloves. And progress was slow in general, but I still met the goal on all 3 Nano things that I worked on, the books that I'm working to finish in preparation for Nano. But outside of that, I haven't gotten around to the others yet. It's currently day 2, and the next book I'm working on is Beatings from a Butcher, which is one of the ones that I wanted to finish, it looks like. That's what I have written down on my sticky note anyway. So you'll be updated on that soon enough. But that's the only nano stuff I did yesterday. Also, the other thing I wanted to mention, in Nano's general update email, they do know about the bug that deletes the stats for the projects from both Camp Nanos this year, so they are working on fixing that, which is great since I couldn't report it as a bug, so although I hate that other people also have to see that 0, I'm glad that it's a bug that's happening for other people, so that way it got reported, because when I tried to, I couldn't report it no matter how hard I tried. So I'm glad that it's being fixed, if nothing else. I also need to start my project on Nano at some point, but I haven't got to that yet, and I normally don't get to it until the end nowadays. I used to do it like first thing in October, but I'll get there eventually. But at this point, that's the only stuff I have for day 1. If you're doing NaNoWriMo, you can feel free to tell me about your book, what genre it is, what kind of thing you're writing, if this is your first Nano, if it's not, how many years have you been doing it, have you ever won one, are you hoping to win this one, are you just trying to write every single day, or are you aiming for the 50,000? If you want to talk about any of your Nano stuff, you may feel free to do so down below, and I'll reply to you whenever YouTube notifies me of the comments, which sometimes doesn't happen, but I do my best to find them anyways. But yeah, that's all I've got. So this is day 1 of Preptober again, and I'm hoping that the rest of the month goes relatively smoothly in between doing Man of Darkness stuff and release stuff and editing and writing and researching. I hope everything goes well this month, and if you're doing Nano, I hope everything goes well for your prep month as well. But all that being said, that's all that I have for day 1. If you enjoyed this video, a like is always appreciated, and if you'd like to stay updated on my writing, my editing, the gaming videos that I upload roughly every Friday, or anything that I do on this channel in between, feel free to subscribe. All the links to my authors pages, as well as the links to my social media, are in the description down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in day 2. Bye for now.